So what's up guys, welcome back to another video, it's Alexi here. So today we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff regarding being shredded, being healthy, lean bulking, over bulking, and my physique, and some mindset stuff. So being shredded isn't always healthy, and usually for natural specifically is not healthy. And I wouldn't say there is definitely a way to do being shredded right, and shredded for me probably is like obviously competition stage ready and or around 10% body fat or below, or just like a lot around 11. Like that's about shredded, what I define kind of like shredded, at least for a normal person, because for an average person, like being shredded is completely different from being like a competition stage bodybuilder, which is a little bit too far for your health if you're not actually competing. So, or doing like specific social media content. Like low body fat, I'm really low body fat right now. Like I don't know exactly, but I can see like back veins and definitely like a lot of definition in my body. So I'm definitely getting there. Like if I drop like 2 kg more, I would look pretty insane probably. But like this is where I want to get into being shredded versus being healthy. Like the thing about low body fat, it looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's only for like a brief moment. Maybe you take social media pictures or videos and whatnot, but like most of the time in your life, in your daily life, you're going to be just living like a normal person, going for a walk, doing cardio to maintain your low body fat, eating less food. Like that's gonna lead to a point where your body is gonna feel more exhausted physically. Like the physical energy exertion is gonna be quite high because you're doing a lot of cardio and you're not eating enough to optimally feel your body to perform at its best function, like we're talking like testosterone, for example, and your hormones in general and everything. And your body's not getting enough to kind of like develop itself hugely at the gym, making like a lot of progress compared to lean bulk. And obviously, your libido can suffer, mood can be kind of varying because you're, tight on energy. So your mood can kind of vary. You can go where you go. And obviously, even your sleep can suffer, but I don't think sleep is that much of a problem for me when I'm like cutting, like because I'm not like quote unquote eating. It really depends how far you go. If you go like competition stage lean, then that's where you definitely start feeling that. So with lean bulking and over bulking, I wanted to touch on this. I've done like a couple of bulks where I've over bulked. This last bulk I bulked up from like 80, about 6 to about 100 kg, so not exactly like a over bulk I would say, but I definitely went over at the end a little bit, a few kg. But it wasn't like, it was more of like, okay, I just want to test this out and see how I feel at 100 kg and how strong I feel. And I would say hitting that 240 kg PR for me on the deadlift was really cool at 100 kg. Like that was definitely like a really nice moment for me. And I worked hard for it on the bulk and I trained really hard. So it wasn't like a wasted bulk, but I definitely overbulked at the end for like a few kg, but it wasn't like a big deal. But I still prefer like properly in bulk, and I don't think I'm ever really gonna hugely want to bulk like to 100 kg more than likely, unless I just really feel like I'm really lean somehow or like feeling good about it. But at my height, being 100 kg definitely it feels off, like compared to being like around, let's just say where I'm at right now, like 79 to about 95 kg. That's like a pretty ideal weight for me, like the weight range for me to be around. So I definitely feel like once you go over 95, it starts being kind of a struggle to kind of maintain everything. Like you at 95, you kind of want to start cutting. Like it's also that, um, you know, thinking about a lean bulk. Lean bulk is like a smart slow burst. You're gaining minimal fat. When you're just kind of overbulking, you just gain a ton of fat, which you're gonna have to cut later, which is gonna lead to kind of worse functioning of your body, metabolism, insulin, fatigue, bloat, whatever. And just like I had back pain and like physical aches just because I was way too fat at the moment, in a sense. Like it's not that I visibly look like I'm obese or anything. I still look like I have a six pack and everything, but like the feeling I had was just horrible and I didn't do enough cardio. So that was also leading to it. Like there's a good middle ground between like I would say being shredded and like being at a super high body fat, like 20%, and feeling like that, that I felt. There's definitely balance there that's nice to achieve if you want that for like just pure optimal health. But if you want to be shredded, then you obviously have to make some sacrifices for your aesthetics. Now, honestly, about bulking and lean bulking specifically, I honestly recommend starting out, especially if you come from a cut like this, where I'm at. Just start slow, like add in a little bit of extra, I don't know, bread or whatever you want to add food wise that is healthy to you, extra protein, like 200 to 300 calories, and just start with that slowly. And prioritize like clean eating and allow some flexibility. Even on this cut, like I've had a little bit of flexibility, but I've been pretty dialed in considering getting like quote unquote shredded is quite difficult. Of course, a lot of dialing in on your diet and cardio specifically to kind of both in combination to achieve your goals. And obviously, training is very important, keeping like intensity proper and still training hard and try to progress the best you can, or at least maintain, especially when you're trying to get shredded. Because you can still make some progress, especially on some movements. I've hit PRs for sure. On soft movements, you kind of just regress because it's very body weight dependent, like the bench and squat. Definitely would focus on sleep. Um, Digestion is kind of like it can vary from person to person. Stress levels definitely should be kept down. Keep yourself like peaceful. Try to meditate and do all those good habits. I definitely track a lot of stuff, whether you're bulking or cutting. Like, especially if you're cutting, like noticing your body weight is important every week, every day, so you can kind of have a general check where you're going, and even taking some physique photos overall. But I would say the weight is mostly most important to track and see where you're going. You can also kind of see in the mirror when you're going in a certain direction, but the mirror doesn't always show straight away what you see on the scale faster, maybe in a week. So the mindset you honestly need is like, for cutting, for example, being shredded is like, how long can you sustain it? Like, I know influencers like Alex Eubank have maintained a lean physique for like a year, maybe even 2 years straight almost, with like little breaks. And that's, for me, I feel that's a little bit excessive, and I feel like that's a little bit like, I don't really want to do it. Like, you can go for it, and that's why he kind of jumped on test to kind of feel better, and that's kind of the problem there. It's like, I know that I couldn't sustain this for more than like maybe like this summer, and then start lean bulking to honestly make progress because I'm a natural. And I already feel like, that like, got that exhaustion, like a physical energy. I'm still like, okay, I'm not like super shredded or trying to be like competition lean or something. So I'm like good. Like I can still manage my day to day very well. Everything. I'm not like absolutely shredded or anything yet. But like what I'm saying here is the mindset is like, how long can you sustain a physique like this? I can definitely, this is definitely a sustainable physique. Like if I really just wanted to sustain this for a year, I for sure could. Like at this weight, it's not too bad. I can still eat a decent amount of food and still have some like room for flexibility now and then to just kind of like quote unquote have a cheat meal or whatever, like extra calories without it harming me when I'm dialed in for most of the week anyway. Or all of the week. It doesn't matter if I ate like one quote unquote cheat meal or whatever you would call it. But yeah, you just have to kind of avoid extremes and be consistent and avoid comparing yourself to enhanced people and just really dial in. Like, honestly, just when I look at my own physique and where I'm going at, so like I don't really worry about other people's physiques because my physique is my physique, and my physique grows as it grows. This is has been my current physique at 79 kilograms right here. We're looking pretty good. I'm really happy with my physique here. Like I look like basically what I define as kind of like quote unquote shredded. Like I can see a lot of veins even in my back, and a lot of definition. Like this is where I'm very happy with my physique. Like I can see abs, I can see definition. Like yeah, I can be like maybe 1 or 2 kilograms like leaner if I want to really like look picture ready, maybe like extra special. But it's like the bottom line is like you have to also think about what feels good to you and what is important to you when you're trying to be shredded and when you're bulking. Thank you for watching.